10 o'clock, call this meeting to order. Item 2 will be roll call. McMurphy?
Here.
Gotcha?
Here.
Strawn? Here. Item 3, approval of minutes of the last regular meeting, December 17th, 2012.
I'll make a motion.
Second, the 6-month bid deal.
The only thing I can see, and it's somewhat factual, yet it's not totally factual, is here on the 911 transfer of the 40,000.
Yeah.
It says due to lack of funds, which is not quite true. They just wanted the right account.
That account was lack of funds, but yeah,
But
they had the money.
you guys haven't run out of money in the courthouse.
Correct.
No,
Correct.
sorry, I should have heard that.
Just a transfer.
Yeah, this internal transfer is what it was.
Okay.
Well, that's what it says in the first line, so I just thought it was probably fine. It says approve transfer of appropriations,
Yeah.
which means they're already in the account,
Right.
but just in the wrong
Wrong
account.
fund, yeah,
Under the 911 subheading.
yeah. So they're written right, it just doesn't sound good.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Minutes approved.
Sign everything, do you?
Item 4, discussion possible action regarding election of 2013 officers.
Popular job.
What are you gonna do?
Leave them the same.
Up to you.
Second.
All in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Aye. Simple enough.
Okay, help me.
Clint's the chairman, I'm the vice chairman.
Okay.
Been that way for 10, 12 years.
Are you a secretary or anything?
No, I'm peon.
Peon.
Item 5, approval
Yes.
of payroll warrants and claims.
Make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 5 approved.
Have road crossing stuff today.
Mm-hmm.
Discussion possible action regarding the following road crossings. Select Mid-America Midstream, Rodco, Blue Ridge Oilfield, Howard Drilling. What do you got? Looks like you got a pretty good stack.
Okay, this first one is with Chaparral, and it's in 62616.
62616. Let's find this out here.
It'll be,
27,
probably
sorry.
be mine and
27.
Clint's. That one's,
Sorry, 627.
Is Chaparral on your agenda?
Well, wait a minute, maybe it's called something else.
Howard-
Drilling
Howard.
Company,
Oh.
sorry.
is one, but it's the Chaparral
Howard's a
rig.
water supplier.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 2616, you
No,
said?
2716, sorry.
Oh.
That's in D2 for sure.
Okay, 5 and 6. but-
Yeah.
okay. This one's also with Howard, and it's in 52860.
528.6. That's in Randy's district where it starts.
Okay,
Yeah, and it goes to
ends in
Clint's.
92860.
It's all D2. Here's where it goes, Randy. This one here she just did. It's
Yeah, they called me about it. It actually is split between me and Clint.
All you gotta do is add it on the front page then.
Is that all Howard's?
That's all Howard.
That's D1 for sure.
Okay.
Clint, this one up here starts over there at Shorts and goes east, the pond up there,
Uh-huh.
across from Arthur's,
Yeah.
and goes east and then goes south.
Down toward the Tidwell deal, they're south of.
Well, no, it's going over there to
Cora and then going south.
it's going plumb. It's got County Road 280 on here, but oh no, that's where it is. It's going. No, it's going past that, but they're going through a culvert on that Tidwell Road, and they're
Uh-huh.
coming over there at the dead end
Okay,
and coming up 300.
I see.
But it looks like about half and half. I'm just gonna split
That's
it with
good
you.
enough for me.
That's a nice map. That page there needs to be used by all of them.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make the motion on both these hired bills.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Okay, and then this one here's in D1. It's with Select.
2813. I'll make motion for approval 2813.
Second.
All in favor?
Yeah. 18, 25, 13's in D three.
Okay. Okay, this one here is Blue Ridge Warfield, it's in D1. And Randy, this one's with Rod Tower, Eagle, whichever one. Yeah, Rod Tower.
Down there for a change.
Yeah.
I'll make the motion all of the D three.
Okay,
Second.
that's with Mid-America.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Make the motion on this Rodco, or
Second.
Eagle.
Second.
Make motion for approval of Blue Ridge.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 7, discussion and possible action regarding resignation appointments and extending the terms of Fair Board directors.
Okay. Here's Jay Loman's.
I think that.
Other than, okay.
Okay, so Jay Lowen is resigning, correct?
I've been shut unless I get one.
Okay.
You want me to stamp that?
Stamp it if you would, Ms. Sun.
On the fair board, do they have districts or?
Yeah, we have 3 from each district,
Here's a,
Okay,
and they're in alternating,
Oh, list.
they're in alternating
Yeah.
terms.
okay.
Here,
There's 2 of those are done.
There's 3 of them.
I see,
Road
okay.
crossings.
Yeah, that helps.
David, yeah.
Thank you,
It'll
Ken.
be a 1-year term. We have a motion for approval.
Yeah.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Somebody
Okay.
moves or
then
quits.
here is the extension that we had to do on all the terms because of that new bill, that House bill,
Right?
Senate bill, I mean,
Right.
223,
Mhm.
and it extends,
Okay, so we got Sherrick on 14, Hamel on 16, and Cody on 16. Okay, all 3 districts on 14, okay.
yes, and that's the way the instructions were on that bill. of
This is
how
the
to
way it's ended
determine-
up, Lynn, that's what it looked like.
Oh,
See, there's some
Wanna
new
copy that,
rules
Jim?
coming about.
on the length of terms.
Well, yeah, maybe on the length of terms and also the way the
Even on the election
elections
process, it's gonna become like a general election, basically.
And like they got a, Willadine's got a.
Yes, yes,
Wow.
handle the whole thing.
are. It has been just at the sheds in the years prior, every year in the election, and you've been on a 3-year term, and I think they're changing that.
Becomes a whole formal deal, and it's one of those deals where it's hard enough to get anybody to do it, let alone go to the trouble to go through an election
Probably got to
process.
file a filing fee and.
Exactly.
Wow, when does this take place?
It starts this year, or in
In
13.
13, yeah.
Did-
That's why they had
Yeah,
to just
basically
extend
tomorrow,
them.
probably.
So when will they have to run?
Well, see, we'll be on this new schedule, so we won't have any elections
elections
until
in-
14.
Okay.
Then in 14, those 3 that are on a 1-year term will all either have to file and rerun, or, and then if nobody files, we'll be back to an appointment process like
Right.
we were here,
Okay,
which is what you end up with
Oh.
about half the time.
so if they don't file, you'll get to the point like we have been,
Yes,
which is how it's gonna fall.
which is probably how it end up working anyway, yeah.
Gee,
Yeah, they
Way the
left
cheapest that
us a
way.
loophole, so we didn't, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
yeah, well, at least you won't end up with no fair board members.
Right. We shouldn't anyway. About the only way you could end up with that would be if one of those would not file and not accept the appointment.
Yeah.
Then you might leave, but other than that, you should be all right. Item 8, discussion and possible action approving the 2013 interlocal agreement for Circuit Engineering District.
Okay.
This is just so Woods County work for them, isn't it?
Well, I assume it is, or just for
This is,
bridge inspection or what?
Woods County authorizes,
Number 9 should be the one Donnie called me about on the bridge
Circulate.
project or something else.
and
I mean, like,
the
paper.
one, yeah,
The
down
gun
there,
deal.
county, yeah,
H is their local agreement, looks like.
yeah.
Interlocal agreement for whatever we need to do through the CED.
Make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. Item 9, discussion possible action regarding resolution approving project CIRB 176C 149 between Woods County and ODOT.
Make the motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor? That's your project on Tacoma?
Yeah, I guess from 281 going east to Tacoma.
Refresh my memory, what's the timeline on that? Does it say there 14?
It was supposed to happen this fall. It doesn't have a date on any of these sheets.
This fall in 13 or in 12? 12.
Are they gonna rebuild the road?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. There's one bridge in there and multiple concrete culverts to replace and,
Okay.
It's an STP project, which takes it a little farther than what we would do as rebuilding pavement. It almost makes it like a commercial highway. Not quite, but somewhat similar.
Okay.
our standards are different from ODOT's as far as what a
You'd be-
state highway has to be. Ours are not as wide and it's not the 65 mile an hour stuff and all that. So that changes our criteria on a bunch of things.
It'll be a contracted job.
Okay.
Estimated cost, $5,594,530.
And
And here's.
No, that's not county funds.
No, this is CBRI and STP. Well, a while ago when you said STP, that's really not right, because this is a CIRB funding, actually.
and when did you say the time gonna happen?
Well, they estimated it 2 years ago to do it this last fall, but that didn't happen. So that's what I was trying to look through here and see if I could find you a date.
It was,
It was programmed as an STP though, then financing was changed to SERB project, right?
It never was STP.
Wasn't?
No. Never did. It was always on the CIRB.
but it was one did in conjunction or part of it with Alfalfa County, right?
Correct.
And is theirs done or?
No,
They let the bids on it here a month or so ago, if I remember right.
yeah, I think they've contacted all the landowners. I'll be glad when it's gonna be nice.
Should be.
Yeah.
Anything, it's gotta be better.
There you go. Everywhere there's a yellow deal, it's a
Anywhere
signature.
from Tacoma east.
Right.
From
But-
Tacoma west, it's not that bad.
I hate to even let them tear that up because it's survived all this traffic.
I know. it
I'd rather
really
spend the
has.
money going the other direction, but when we started this program 6 years ago, we didn't know it was gonna do that.
Mhm.
Whenever it was, it's been quite a while now. And the CIRB county forces won't be working on this deal, it'll be all contractor. We may-
CIRB, what does that mean?
County Road and Bridge Improvement.
Oh, okay.
All
So
that
do
good
you guys
stuff.
sort of oversee it?
Not
No?
really, just that a farmer needs access to something that's cut off during construction, we'll work with them to get that
I
taken
see.
care of, things of that
Okay.
nature. We're kind of caught in the middle, I guess is a better way to say it, till it's done. It's usually not too big an issue though.
Okay.
And it
Well, so
won't be
like
there
a-
either unless it starts raining for a month.
Yeah. Yeah. So is, the state highway department will let a bid to a contractor to do this, right?
Yes, the CED out here's done the engineering on it,
Okay.
and the state highway department will issue the bid packet, and they will open the bids at an ODOT bid letting. The last few years, our input has been to go out there and meet with engineers and ODOT, and what works, what doesn't, and what they're wanting to do with the plan in hand as far as what they think the proposed changes need to be.
Okay.
I went through that last winter when it was cold and.
Do they pay attention to you? Good.
What's number 10? AT&T, Pioneer got such a good deal, they tried to this week.
No, this AT&T, when we got our last bill, it was like
Now this is one.
almost
Yeah.
triple. It was like 2.5 times higher than normal. So we called to find out what was going on, and apparently our contract had actually ran out back in '05, but they failed to contact us and let us know. And the computer just now found out that, I mean, I guess there was lots and lots of companies that this happened to, that then the computer kicked it out because it had been so long since the contract was outdated. And so everybody's bills went sky high. And so this contract is to get us back down to where we were before, and they said it might even be a little bit cheaper than it was before, so. And they're supposed to adjust our last bill, thank goodness.
This is just for the
That's correct.
Flexar service, that's what it looks. Yeah,
And it's for, yeah, for all of our service here
Right.
at courthouse.
In the building.
Uh-huh, yeah, at the courthouse.
how much is the building rate, yeah?
Well, it's been running around 1,500 a month,
Uh-huh.
but it was over 4,000.
Really?
So,
They just took it out of D1, they got the difference.
but they said they should be able to adjust it to where it's, should be close to 1,500 again, so.
Okay.
And then the contract should be that from now on.
Is that for your long distance service?
That's just for our service, actually, because our long distance, we don't have much of that. We have a block thing on it that we pay $100 whether we use $100 or not. And there's a lot of months we don't use that, but
So the Pioneer thing is just internet.
Yeah.
yeah. it's
This
just-
says there's 50 Plexar stations, and I suppose that's jacks, you know, where you can
Mhm.
tie in. And 50 station facilities, 525 a month on the stations and 950 a month on the lines.
Wow.
Do we have a
950.
motion for approval? Everyone look at
I'll make it.
Second. Is it a definite price on there?
No, there's no price at all on
No.
here.
But they did guarantee us it would be,
Well,
if not
no,
the
if-
same, it would be cheaper.
If we don't have a price, do we need to wait till we get it?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I mean,
I just
sure
assumed
can.
it was in there.
No,
thought
I
that's-
I
don't
don't think there
I haven't
is.
seen
I
it.
think that they,
I thought that
well, wait a minute,
950.
well,
too.
yeah, that 950, isn't that it?
Well, that's per.
Yeah, per line,
Is that what they're gonna be charging us?
yeah.
Is that what,
You're
the
right.
is that, yeah, but is that what the corrected price is gonna be?
Because it was, when we got our last bill, it was, 29, I think, instead of 950, it was like 29. It was crazy. I'm like, what is going on?
9 times 50, it was $4,500.
It was close to that.
So it's
Yes, it
950 for the lines and then the Plexar stations, which I think is the sets that sit on the desk.
I think so too. Our
Plexar is a
five-
brand of theirs.
Our 525.
And so you've got 50 of those, right? 50
Yeah.
Plexars.
It'd be 2,500.
It's-
Something's
That
not
can't be
adding,
right.
something's not adding up.
Something's-
That can't be right.
I could see 50 Plexar sets for all the offices.
Well, what are the other hookups?
Hmm?
There's 90?
No,
No.
there's 50 of each, it says
50
here.
of each, it says, yeah.
There's
Yeah,
50,
you're right, that's not right.
50 Plexar stations at $5.25. $5.25.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
50, station line facilities is what it
that'd be
says,
$500.
At 9,
at $9.50.
500, that's 750,
Yeah, that's about
that's,
$750.
or thereabouts, so
Mhm.
about $1,000 according to that, if that's right.
And that's probably about right. I should have brought that little bill down there. You want me to get it?
1475 a set then.
Get it. I'll go get it so we can look at it. To our bill.
Well, still the
Yeah.
contract, the new contract's not adding up.
No, it doesn't match any of this.
It's, according to the new contract, you're paying twice as much before as the new contract says.
Yeah.
The new contract's supposed to be lower.
It is.
Well,
that
it is-
contract's
the new contract- the new contract's based on these
$737.50.
fees. It's $725 to change, but,
It sounds like the 1500 is twice what it should be.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No kidding. But it's been running like that for years, that, you know, that,
so we're paying 1,600 of what?
Okay.
Of this 3383?
right. They, yes, and I'm sorry, I said it was 4,000, that was because they didn't credit the month before that.
This
That's
month
why.
here.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
we're paying only 1,600 of this 3383, the bill. And then they will make their adjustments next month.
From that.
So our bill next month will be adjusted because we didn't know for sure how much.
Okay. And it'd get us back, in theory at least, to this rate here?
Yeah, it's gonna get us back to, yes, to a better rate than what we had before, which was right here. And those were 1330, and this is supposed to get us back to a better rate than that,
Okay.
is what he said.
I'd make a note that so we don't forget to go over this thing next month.
Mhm. Okay,
I understand what they're
Yes.
saying, but we need to verify that it happens.
You wanna
Yes.
staple that back in here then? I'm back to it.
are you? Okay.
Okay, my question is then, do you want to leave the motion in second place, or do you want to retract it till you get next month's stuff?
I don't know, well, I don't know how it works.
Well, I like that price. Let's approve that contract.
That price is, I mean, he
It's fine.
said
Yeah,
it
Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, that's
I made the
my
motion.
opinion.
I don't-
supposed to get a lot better price, and I think that's what they did. I think they got, because he said it was gonna be a lot cheaper.
You know who you
than it
talked
did.
to on deal?
I can't remember the name, but it's wrote down upstairs.
Okay. Well, I agree. If we can hold them to this rate, and if we understand what they're saying, I think we're a lot better off.
Okay, I agree. And we will call them again and before, yes.
You made motion for approval?
I
I did, and I
Second.
seconded it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 11, discussion possible action regarding 6-month bids.
Make the motion to approve on best or lowest and availability.
Second.
All in favor?
I
Aye.
think that's the proper three words we used.
Item 11 approved. Discussion and possible action regarding the sale of Savin printer, bid 121306.
You got it that time. Okay. Let's see if somebody-
What was that?
What you do with
Is
that?
this Worlding's printer?
No.
Mhm. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
So sometimes.
How you doing this
state
morning?
laws do not
Thank you.
do justice to stuff.
What do you want, the good news or bad news?
Oh, let's have the good news.
Here, you decide.
So is that the only bid we got?
That was
Yeah.
it. Mm-hmm.
Well, guess we might as well accept it and get rid of it.
I'll
Does
make
it
a
work?
motion.
Second. Does it work?
Oh, yeah, it's good. Oh, it's a good one.
Unless
You
Clint
wanna
wants
put a
to buy
bid
it.
in?
Well, I don't think I can. The date deadline was, I almost would.
Is the bidding closed? Well, they've
Yeah,
already. Well, sorry about that, man.
Yeah, I'd give you your $1,000.
Call whoever bid it here and see if they wanna make 100. It's the only thing you can do with this form here.
Yeah, yeah.
We have motion for approval?
I made it.
I guess it's better to
All in
sell it
favor?
than,
Aye.
thank you.
Thanks for coming
Thank
in.
you.
Uh-huh.
You got our bids ready so I can take it back, Stephanie?
Almost.
Okay.
Item
It's really,
13,
really close,
new
it
business?
really is. Excel's not my friend for the last couple weeks.
I don't have any
Well,
What are we on, Clint?
New
new
business.
business.
this is just info for you guys to read.
I will bring it to your attention, there was a new train set down there that went from switch to switch last week when I was in there.
Cool,
Full length of it, full off,
Huh.
really?
and I don't remember the day that was, it was right before we left for
Big
Christmas.
train or?
It's full length, as big as you can get in there.
Okay. Which is 100.
Yeah.
And count the cars, I took
Yeah.
another guy out there for a tour.
Yeah, Robert.
Did
That's
you?
what I was doing,
Yes.
I got a phone call, and I go, I wanna go tour it.
All right. Well, they were saying on the news today that,
Okay.
all these companies
Well-
are switching to trains.
And you got Brian's phone number?
It was a big deal,
This one was,
article that they were talking about.
Yeah, this was about oil transport, wasn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, and it was oil
Instead of
transport.
Okay,
pipeline.
I'll call
Yeah.
him and, is it him trying to get
So-
I've
hold
been
of
working
it?
with the company, she met with us down there,
Is
they
who?
toured another
Troy?
company, and that was the deal there.
Okay,
Was, they're gonna go ahead and build the
I'll call
pipeline,
him.
but there's my rail.
And tell him.
tight.
okay.
I was giving them a hard time about the crude oil deal, that's how I got them to come look at it. Took about a month of messing with them, and they showed up here to look at it.
Were they impressed? Good. Yeah, Mary was talking about that, and she'd gone to some meeting or something. I said, wow, they've got this thing done just in
Have
time.
you been down to see it?
No.
You really need to
Not
take some
from the
time to go down
ground.
and drive down the ground.
Yeah,
It's
it's,
pretty nice.
it's pretty neat to watch them unload a train too, as fast,
Oh, okay.
they did it really fast, I couldn't believe how fast.
Well, if you want me to keep an eye out when they're unloading, I'll call and let you know.
Yeah.
Mark Carson's wanting the same thing, he's
Yeah, I
wanting to go
like
up there and
it.
get a picture of it, what's going on.
You have my cell phone?
I can in just a second here.
Or I can call you and you can get, capture it, or 748-1680.
1680?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So it's, the vibrator machine hadn't been back in there to tamp the rest of the tracks. It was on another job.
No.
But, the train traffic, the full-length train was there. And that's about all I know that's really changed since the last update I had.
Yeah. Item 14, approve or disapprove blankets.
Yes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 14 approved. Item 15, motion to adjourn.
Yes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're done.